Hi friends, it has been a minute since I've made a sit down video like this. I really want to do more of this kind of content this year. I miss the old YouTube where we were sitting down and chatting. I've been doing a lot of vlogging ever since I moved house, so this is kind of the start of that. Some chattier type videos, maybe some story time videos. If you can't tell, I'm kind of in a new space. I'm actually in my bedroom, but I have been working on a bedroom makeover video, which is coming very soon. This is kind of like my new little filming setup in my bedroom. I hope that you like it. So if you aren't already aware, I moved house. I think it's been like a year and a half by now. We did a full renovation on this thing and I really utilized Facebook Marketplace, and I kind of wanted to do a video that really talked about what I got on Facebook Marketplace. The hopes is that hopefully, you know, if you're in the process of a renovation, or even if you just want to make some simple upgrades to your house, maybe this will help you realize it's not as scary as people make it out to be. So let's get into it. So the first thing on my list is my arch cabinet. This was a Facebook Marketplace find from my first house that I lived in with Michael. You guys will recognize this from previous YouTube, TikTok videos. It is one of my pride and joy pieces. It was one of those things that I saw it and like needed to have it. I had sent her a message and she didn't reply. Like I had been just like left on red for like an entire day. I saw that it said pending, and I don't know if this is like maybe a taboo, but I was like, I can't let this one just like slip, you know what I mean? So I sent another message and I was like, hey, I'll offer you an extra $40. I see it's pending, but like, I don't know what that means. She actually said yes. The other person had been taking like a really long time to like send her the e-transfer to pay for it, and I was so happy. Maybe I feel bad for the other person, but I feel like you want to sell it to the person that's like got the money now and will pick it up as soon as possible, right? Like, nobody wants to wait. The reason we're listing this stuff is because we want to get rid of it. Something I really want to get into is like making drinks, like really fancy and cute drinks. That was always the hope for this, to be able to store liquor in the bottom and then make drinks on top. It's not styled the way I want it to be, but like pretty much nothing in my house is. Everything's still a work in progress. This year I'm really trying to make my way through and get some like projects done and some rooms done. So opposite of the little arch cabinet is my dining room table. I had one like this pinned on Pinterest for forever. Furniture is so expensive in general, but then finding the exact furniture piece you want, sometimes it's impossible. I feel like I always want something so specific that just doesn't exist. Does anyone else have that problem? So I saw this on Facebook Marketplace and it was like one of those things. I was living like Niagara area, so it was like 2-hour drive. I had a very small dining room at my first house and I needed something like that, and it also luckily transferred over to this house to be the perfect size, I think, as well. We're not dining people, we don't have dinner parties, so having just a small table was like, you know, important to us. This one was not a steal. I did not get a good deal on this. I paid $1,000, which is crazy for Facebook Marketplace. I feel like it was worth it because it's worked in both of our houses. It's been a couple years now. I'm still in love with it. I would never get rid of it. Pieces like that make it worth it. I couldn't find a table like that for under $2,000 at the time. So I'm sticking up for myself. I'm saying it was a good purchase. It also has like a glass top to it, so it's very easy to clean and doesn't get scratched up, and I love that about it. When we moved to this house, it had no appliances. It didn't have, you know, washer, fridge, stove. In Canada, when you buy a house, typically it comes with most of the appliances already. People don't tend to take theirs. They can, obviously, but like it's more of an incentive to the buyer to leave the appliances. This house was rented to tenants. The owner didn't actually live in it, so they took the appliances. So we needed a fridge and a stove. Michael actually ended up finding the white version of the KitchenAid fridge and stove. I had this dream of this white kitchen, and I really wanted the white, but like the updated version of the appliances. If you know, you know. It's so expensive. I don't know exactly, but like I think the stove is like $2,000, and so is the fridge. So like $800 for both. What's wrong? We drove really far. I think we drove like 2 hours again to pick these up, and we were both just like, are they gonna just like not work? You know what I mean? We got there, and what it was is this older couple had just moved into a brand new house and it came with those appliances. And because I feel like their generation sees white as dated, so they took them out and they installed stainless steel in their house. I think they thought that these were like old. I don't know, but like that's why they were listed for $800. We didn't say anything because we appreciate a good deal, but that was pretty much the situation. We really just freaking lucked out. Like, I don't know how else to say it. We lucked out. The next thing was a tub. I really wanted like a freestanding tub in this house if it was possible. There wasn't a lot of money to really do that. It was kind of like find it on Facebook Marketplace or it's probably not happening type thing. I'm very specific, as I've like said earlier. I set my eye on a certain shape and I'm like, that's what I want and I won't settle for anything else. Makes my life so difficult because it's usually never available. But I saw this tub on Facebook Marketplace. I absolutely loved the shape of it. It wasn't super round and it wasn't super square. It just had like that perfect curve to it. I think we offered her $200 and she accepted. Again, it was a drive for us. I think a lot of people don't like to make drives on Facebook Marketplace. In fact, I actually know they don't. I'll have so many people message me about things that I've got listed and they find out where I live and they're like, okay, never mind. So frustrating. Like, look where the item is, first of all. Set your like parameters before you start messaging people. But people just won't drive. Like, they won't even drive an hour. Sometimes I feel like that's why I've gotten good deals, because I've like driven far out of my way. Everyone was very impressed when they hear that that tub is from Facebook Marketplace. The next thing that we needed was a front door. The front door that came with the house was just really, really old. It didn't have any insulation value. It really needed to be replaced. Front doors, if you don't know, expensive as hell, especially when you want something specific. I wanted like a 3/4 window with like a pane in it. Didn't end up finding the cross pane, but did find a 3/4 window. And what I love about this is it has like blinds inside of it so they don't get dusty. I don't think we got like a grand price on the door, $600. It wasn't a deal, but for what we were looking for, it kind of was a deal. What it really came down to was like we could get it quickly because we needed to put that door in like ASAP. We didn't have to wait, we didn't have to order it, and it was the perfect size. So that's sort of like, you're always weighing your pros and cons that way. At that point, not having to wait for a door was like really good. So not our best steel, not as good as some of our other ones like the stove and fridge combo, but it really helped us with our timeline of the renovation. Obviously, I've said I love our stove and our fridge. There's a matching dishwasher, okay? But again, this was like one of the last things. We didn't have any money. So what we ended up doing was buying the stainless steel version on Facebook Marketplace. Then we were just like, okay, we're just gonna order from KitchenAid. You can order like a white replacement panel, and that was gonna save us a lot of money, and then also be able to like have the dishwasher so that it can be installed, and we knew how long like our island was gonna be. You try to plan in advance for all of your materials and stuff to be there when you need it, but like I just feel like we fell behind on a lot of things. Then by some miracle, someone literally had the white dishwasher and switched it out to be stainless steel, so they were selling just the white panel on Facebook Marketplace. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how like that one was luck. Again, had to drive far. We still got the dishwasher like half price, so it was a great way to find our appliances. I know a lot of the time you're like taking chances on things. Luckily, the things that we've bought so far have been good to us. I saved the best for last because this is truly one of those like out of the world experiences, at least for me. I don't know. I had this dream to do hexagon terracotta tiles in the guest bathroom. I really wanted to make the guest bathroom like this desert oasis. I'm still working on that. We're still waiting for the shower pane for that bathroom. I had looked online and we only needed like 60 square feet of this tile, right? The bathroom is small and it was like $1,000. And not only $1,000, but 1,000 US dollars. So really would have been like, you know, 1,600. They also didn't ship to Canada, so I would have had to ship to my PO box and then bring it over the border and probably pay duties on it. It was just one of those frustrating situations where you just don't realize how expensive the things you want are. So I ended up finding this ad on Facebook Marketplace, and I still have it so I can show it to you. And the tiles, they looked really like mauvey in the ad, but I was like, you know what, this is like the closest thing. And I got like a ton of them for $150, right? So I was like, you know what, I'm sure they'll be okay. They're literally the perfect tiles ever. Like if not more than the ones that I was looking at online. Like I was looking at like fire clay and they were so expensive. Kind of wish I did these tiles in my main bathroom, to be fair, but by that time we had already chosen the tile for the main bathroom. Basically got them home, gave them a wipe down, and like that mauvey kind of color was because they were just like covered in dust. They were stunning. We picked these up from an old guy's garage in, I think, North York. They had wanted to put these tiles in their kitchen and they had never got around to it, and they had looked like they had been sitting in their garage for like 15 years. They had just sat there. So I didn't take all of them. He had them like separated into 2 lots. He's trying to sell them as 2 lots. I only needed half of them. Once the tiles were put in and we sealed the tiles, oh my God, like they just shine. They're amazing. Facebook Marketplace is amazing. The things you can find, people just want to get rid of stuff, right? And half the time they're willing to get rid of things like at a cheaper price. Our dining room table's like the exception. She really wouldn't have taken any less. I know I'm probably preaching to the choir. You guys know how great Facebook Marketplace can be, but like I never imagined in a million years that I'd find my dream tiles, that I'd find like my dream appliances and get good deals on them. The amount of money that overall like all of this stuff saved us is like beyond thousands. Like I'm just looking right now, maybe $8,000 in savings just on this stuff that I talked to you today. So I don't know. This is your PSA to go check Facebook Marketplace before you buy something brand new. That's all from me today. It was nice to just sit down and chat. Let me know if there's any kind of chatty videos that you guys would like to see from me. It's been definitely hard to produce a lot of content when just doing makeovers, because things like my bedroom, I've been working on this makeover for a long time and makeovers just don't come together like that. I want to be able to do content like in between these big renovations and stuff. So yeah, as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.